Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the groundbreaking for the Northwest Rapid BRT. So this is Central Oklahoma's first bus rapid transit line, so we are so glad that you're here for this important historic event. I'm Jason Ferbrache. I'm Assistant City Manager and Administrator for EMBARK. And of course, it goes without saying, projects like this, they are not possible without the culmination of work from lots of different people, lots of different entities. So certainly want to recognize the Central Oklahoma Transportation and Parking Authority, COTPA, that board's leadership. I want to recognize the City Council for their support and guidance on this project. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without the Federal Transit Administration, which is here with us today, so we want to make sure we give them a big round. And then, of course, lots of city departments. We cannot coordinate this thing without lots of interdepartmental coordination. So departments like Public Works, Planning, Parks, Utilities, all have played a part of this. So I also want to recognize our construction partner on this project, Rudy Construction. They are in the house, so let's make sure we give them a hand. Most of them you can see in the safety vest, but do please get a chance, go around, shake their hand. They're the ones that are going to be building this thing and bringing it to fruition for the residents of Oklahoma City. So with that, I want to, before we really start the groundbreaking ceremony, I want to introduce some of our speakers. We have Gail Lissy, FTA Region 6 Administrator, here today from Fort Worth, Texas, to say a few words. Thank you. And we have, of course, the Honorable Mayor David Holt here today with us. Our Vice Chair of the COTPA Board, Barney Semther, and Ward 2 and COTPA Trustee, James Cooper. So I'll turn it over to Gail.
Well, everybody is taller than I am. I'm going to pull this thing down. So good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today. I am honored to be here to celebrate the groundbreaking for the Northwest Rapid Line. So this is such an exciting time for public transportation in Oklahoma. But before I get into that, I want to acknowledge the mayor, Honorable Mayor Holt, as well as Ward 2 Council Member James Cooper, and then COTPA Trustee Barney Semther. Without your leadership here in the city, this wouldn't happen. And we appreciate everything that the local community does to make sure everybody has a right to work. And of course, it wouldn't be possible without the vision and hard work of your local transit leaders with EMBARK, including EMBARK Administrator Jason Ferbrache and Project Manager Kristen Torkelson, and then the other dedicated staff members of EMBARK who've worked so hard to bring the vision of this project to light. So we really appreciate all the work. And then, of course, HNTB and Rudy Construction for their efforts in designing, managing, and constructing this project. Without them, y'all will be seeing a lot of Rudy Construction driving up and down this road for the next months. So look forward to seeing the progress of this as it moves forward. And last, but certainly not least, I want to express my appreciation to FTA Region 6 staff, especially those that have joined us today, Laura Wallace, Mark Oliphant, as well as Troy Thomas, and then our contractors with Gannett Fleming to help oversee the federal investment in this project. And I'm proud that USDOT is supporting the Rapid Northwest with over $15 million in grants, including $14.4 million through DOT's Build, Now Raise discretionary grant program. This is an exciting day for public transit in Oklahoma City, and I'm honored to join all of you for today's event celebrating the Rapid Northwest Line. It is a milestone that is the beginning of an even better future. A sustainable future for residents of Oklahoma and Oklahoma City. This project will have a positive impact on the everyday lives of people by connecting communities and bringing better, faster, safer transportation options to your neighborhoods. With the implementation of this project, everyone will be able to more easily connect to jobs, healthcare, education, and of course their families and friends. And creating opportunities for everyone to more easily do the things we do to live a happy, healthy life. The bipartisan infrastructure law has made the largest investment in transit in our country's history, with up to $108 billion for public transportation over the next 5 years. Also, the US DOT RAISE program, which funds projects across all modes, has expanded to $1.5 billion in FY22, which represents a 50% increase in available funds compared to last year. So there are more opportunities now, more than ever, to address the transportation challenges in the central Oklahoma region with the support of US DOT to increase access to safe, clean, and reliable transportation for all. And this project is a big step in that direction. I'd like to thank you all for your commitment to improving the lives of the residents through public transportation. Projects like Rapid Northwest Line are how we change communities for the better, one student, one worker, and one business at a time. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Oklahoma City's 36th mayor, the Honorable David Holt. Thank you.
Well, I echo all the gratitude that has been expressed this morning to all the many, many people who made this possible. But it's rare that we're in the presence of representation from FTA and United States Department of Transportation. So I certainly want to maybe hit that home. This would obviously not be possible without the support of the grant that we received and she referenced. I remember where I was 3.5 years ago when I first heard the news that we had gotten that. It made this possible. And obviously, we want to be on your radar in the years ahead for the many opportunities that are out there now through bipartisan infrastructure law and other things. Because we have a much bigger vision. You know, that's important to remind everyone of today, is that this is obviously would be very exciting just by itself. But this is part of something that we've been working on as a community for 15 years. And you've got people out there that have been a part of that journey all along the way. This all began with the creation of a plan, a fixed guideway study back 15 years ago that articulated the various needs that we felt our community had. And we've just been working through those over these last 15 years. And this grant got us our chance to have our first rapid transit. Now we're going to have more through MAPS 4. Of course, we've got the streetcar. We've got better bus service across the board. And there's a huge conversation that's going to happen the next 2 or 3 years about regional transit, especially with our partners, Edmond and Norman. And all of this plays into a strategic plan that didn't exist many decades ago. I mean, I think we all understand that unfortunately public transit was a bit of an afterthought in this community for a very long time, but that has changed in a very dramatic way in these last 15 years. And it'll take another 10 or 15 years to see all of that reach its full potential, but that's, as I often say at these events, that's what persistence and patience are for. And with persistence and patience, we have gotten to this day, and of course we'll get one more year or so, and we'll get to the even more exciting day, which of course is when we can jump on our first rapid bus right along Classen and Northwest Expressway. So congratulations to everybody who's gotten us this far. This is another milestone. It's a very exciting one, and I can't wait to see the people of Oklahoma City begin to experience this transit option in just a few months, right? Years, months. Give you a year. All right. 12 months away, and as I always say at these events, the only thing better than a groundbreaking is a ribbon cutting, and we look forward to that very much. And one of the people who's been there every step of this journey, of course, is longtime COTPA trustee Barney Semther, and it's my honor to bring him to the microphone.
Thank you, Mayor Holt. You know, the bus rapid transit and the Northwest Rapid will elevate the style and the use of transit in central Oklahoma like we've never seen before, and we're excited about it. The project will run from Main and Broadway, where it starts, head through the transit center, up the Classen Boulevard and the Northwest Highway to Meridian, and then back down again. The exciting thing is the headways, which is the time between each bus arriving at the stop in peak time is 12 minutes. You don't need a schedule if it's 12 minutes. You just show up at the bus station, and there will be 32 of them, and catch the next one, which you won't get bored. You'll hardly have time to look at your cell phone before the next bus comes. So we are excited about it. COPTA is thrilled to be a part of it, and as the mayor said, we've been planning this for a long time, and we're excited that we're finally getting to break ground. So it's my pleasure to introduce my fellow trustee on the COPTA board and City Councilman James Cooper to say a few words.
Thank you so much. For 7 years, I have lived in my imagination, and it is so cool right now to be here with you to see the next step in what will be our Northwest Rapid Transit. So I just wanted to tell you why this matters so much to me. I've quoted for many years now, 7 of them to be exact, since I started serving after a mayoral appointment on our public transit board. I've quoted for several years now Stanford economic research that says that for every year a kid grows up in a better environment, teen pregnancy goes down, college chances grow up, they earn more over their lifetime, they have more stable family environments. We also know that the kiddos who grow up in the not so better environments, these are places associated with income inequality, segregation, crime, and a lack of community. That same Stanford economic research, however, tells us that, and now I'm quoting, good government can effectively boost the mobility of our students by investing in them, by investing in their neighborhoods, and by connecting their neighborhoods, by connecting our students to recreation, connecting our students to education, connecting our students to healthcare, mental health care, which is healthcare, connecting them to their friends, to employment opportunities. And along this 9.5 miles, 91,000 jobs. Along these 9.5 miles, 20% of our regions, not just our city, but our region's jobs, and 40,000 of our residents live within a half mile of this route. This route that, as you just heard, will go from downtown along, use your imagination, dance with me in my imagination, because along this route, you will see people leave the plaza to hop on the BRT, leave the Asian District, the Paseo, Military Park, Putnam Heights, Boys and Girls Club. They'll go up Northwest Expressway. There will be the new Oak development, Penn Square Mall, Integris Hospital, Target, Pruitt's Foods, and it will stop there at the entrance into Lake Hefner. It is so exciting to know I will bike 7 minutes from where I live in the Paseo to this station to hop on a BRT to go hang out at Lake Hefner in Ward 8. Long overdue, but never forget, this is our history. This street, Anton Classen set this in motion all those years ago when he put a private streetcar system right here on this street. Right here on this boulevard. And we must make this a boulevard again. With this project comes sidewalks, and we must go forward as a community, and we must invest further in sidewalks. We must invest, and I'm calling on OKC Beautiful, the OKC Community Foundation, anyone in the private sector. We must line those sidewalks with trees, because we cannot have seniors and children walking along Classen and Northwest Expressway in the hot Oklahoma sun to get to this $28 million investment. This is our time to do this right, and I believe we can. There's already talks going on for that. That is the vision. It is the vision of the Paseo 100 years ago when it was the Spanish Village, when G.A. Nichols designed it as the first commercial district built outside of downtown. And he had the vision of the better environment that said when you walk out your front door, there should be sidewalks, crosswalks, trees, and streetlights guiding you to your basic needs. All I have ever campaigned on, all I have ever believed in the last 7 years has been that vision and bringing it into the 21st century. And that's why I have tears in my eyes right now. I didn't think this day was going to come. I don't know why I didn't think that. Maybe it's because in Oklahoma, sometimes we just get so used to the government not delivering for us. But our local government has. And it's because of people like Mayor Holt, Jason Ferbrache, Joe Beth Hammond, Larry Hopper. I'm forgetting names out there. Rhonda Hooper, Craig Freeman, Shamika, Toon, Marilyn, Jesse, Brent, Jeremy. People I call my friends in my community, and it's time we better connect to one another. And that's what this transportation system means to me. 2 more are coming in MAPS 4, and I thank everyone who helped make that possible. God bless you.
All right, well, thank you to all of our distinguished speakers. And speaking of distinguished guests, I, of course, forgot one during my introductory remarks. We also have Councilwoman from Ward 6, Jo Beth Hammond, here today. So thank you for joining us, Councilwoman. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I think turn some dirt here with these shovels. I think the run of show is we'll get a photo with the speakers. And then if you've been involved in the project, whether it be our BRT stakeholder work group, Toon, we definitely got to get you and some others up here. And then any of the other trustees, elected officials, we'll go ahead and do some other photos. All right? Thanks again for being here.